It's Keys to the Grinding. We back, and today we talking about two prisons, two different prisons. The first one is Dick Connors, and the second one is Holdenville. And I wasn't at either prison that long because by the time I got to those two prisons, I didn't have much time left. I probably had like 90 days left when I got to Connors, and when I got to Holdenville, I probably had like 6 weeks left or something like that. So this story is basically just about how being in prison, man, like you can have nothing to do with something and still get affected by it because you're stuck in a place where you can't get out of. And like, man, like the story, like, man, I got to Connors and boom, I was on with some K2. It was four bloods on our unit. I was on ANC. It was four bloods on our unit. One of them, I don't remember all their names, but one of them name was Fat Foe. And the other one name, his real name was Saputis. I really can't remember the nigga's name. And it was two other bloods. And they was coming to buy K2 from me on me. They had spent like $1,000 in like a month span between all four of them, and they still owe me probably like $500 between all four of them. So I remember I walked outside and I see all the bloods, just really four bloods. I could say all it was only four of them. They sitting congregating at the table, and they talking. I'm just thinking in my head like, shit, man. I hope they congregating about my money. They owe me some money, and they had been owing me for a little while, but they had been paying, but it was just slow. But anyways, boom. I go back in the unit, and I walk in my next door neighbor cell, my nigga YG and Termite on me, free Termite. And boom. When I walk in the cell, YG is out of the cell on me, and I picked up the book on Cuz bed, and I looked at it. It's a TD Jakes book, nigga, on everything. I'm like, damn, YG on some different shit. And I had just met YG when I got to Connors. You know what I'm saying? And cause he was from 60, but he really wasn't gang banging or nothing. He had really like chilled out on me. And I'm looking at the book like, damn, YG, yeah, that nigga, he really trying to change. You know what I'm saying? I put the book back on the nigga bed, and boom, he walk in the cell, and then me, Termite, my celly Tycoon, and YG, we just chilling in the cell on me. We smoking and whatnot. And boom, they call Chow out. YG work in the kitchen. So boom, he goes to Chow. We not me and the homies, we not going to Chow because we keep canteen. You know what I'm saying? If you got food, you ain't gonna go to Chow. So YG go to Chow, and then the four blood dudes I'm talking about, when they get in chow, they whip out their knives on the homies in the chow hall. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Setting it off. And the homies ain't expecting this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of homies like didn't know what to do, and they pulled out some big ass knives. And a lot of niggas can say what they would have did and all of that shit, but nigga, if it's four niggas with big ass knives, nigga, and you don't have no knives, bro, the object of the game is shit to not get killed. I mean, pretty much. If you playing with some motherfuckers that's gonna kill you, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so shit, YG, he in the child hall, he don't got no idea what's going on. They said, bro, got his food and sat down, and then boom, got stabbed in the side by the blood dude. So, and then they stabbed him again. I think he got stabbed like maybe twice or something like that. But his last words before he died was "wow," and that shit was crazy because like nigga, he didn't have nothing to do with nothing. So come to find out, boom. So the homie die on me, RP my nigga YG, because bro did not deserve to die like that. And if I wasn't right there, and I'm just trying to keep bro's name in a positive light because bro did not deserve that. But anyways, as that's going on, a white dude comes in this unit like it's falling down with the bloods in the neighborhoods in the chow hall. So we hear that, me, Termite, and Tycoon, we come out the cell, we walking to the gate, and then the homies is coming back like, yeah, man, they just stabbed YG, man. YG, like, woo, YG dead. So I'm like, what the fuck? So we not knowing what's going on. So come to find out, one of the homies went in the blood nigga cell and took his phone. Like, nigga, this is my phone. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So the Bloods, if they would have tried to do anything on that unit, nigga, they would have got slaughtered because we was deeper than them. You know what I'm saying? So they like strategically, you know, shit, waited until niggas went to the chow hall and went with knives, you know what I'm saying, and did a sneak attack, you know what I'm saying, over. And like I say, YG, nigga didn't know none of this shit was going on. YG ain't the one that took the phone. YG didn't have nothing to do with this shit. So the homie take the nigga's phone anyway, and then boom, they slide and shit. So boom, we get on lockdown, and nigga, they come and shit, lock us all down and shit, and they ship us to Holdenville. Boom. Anybody with gang, anything in their background, and they jacket, anything, they shipped us all to Holdenville from Connors. And then Sarah was closing down at the same time, so shit, they shipped a lot of niggas. So it was a lot of niggas from Sarah and a lot of niggas from Connors, just that they just put on a unit. And they had us locked down. It was damn near like said. And shit, boom, I'm sitting over there holding. I probably got, like I say, I get over there, I got like 6 weeks left. So shit, I'm just trying to get the fuck up out of there. Like that's my whole thing. Like, nigga, that was my whole goal. Get home. You know what I'm saying? So, nigga, I ain't trying to die in prison. You know what I'm saying? And just like I say, man, YG didn't have nothing to do with nothing, and that man lost his life. Listen to me. That he was in prison 16 years or something like that, and had a 20-year sentence. So he was almost on his way out, and he was changing his life, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff, and he lost his life in prison. That's how serious it is, you know what I'm saying? But boom, I get to Holdenville, and then on me, I'm on the bus with S Toms, and that's how I found out Too Fat Trub was rapping on me. I remember I was on the bus coming from Connors to Holdenville. S Tom's like, man, y'all don't know Trub from Lawton, from 6 I'm like, yeah, on me. I was at Cushion with the homie on me. And he like, yeah, bro, rapping, Ruthie, whoop. So when I get to Connors on me, I look cuz up on the phone. I mean, when I get to Holdenville, I look cuz up on the phone like, yeah, on me, that's right. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I found out bro was rapping. But anyways, boom. Nigga, they let us, we at Holdenville with it's a whole bunch of Hoover niggas and a whole bunch of hood niggas. That's all it is. They put the most notorious niggas they can find on one unit, and we was locked down for like 3 or 4 weeks. And then boom, one day they just opened up the doors. And it had been so much tension behind the doors because the homie had died. A lot of the homies felt like it was this nigga's fault that took the phone. You know what I'm saying? And niggas was saying a whole bunch of shit. So it was just like, nigga, when these doors pop, and then you got a whole bunch of Hoover niggas on the pod too. So it's just like anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, the shit was crazy. So they popped the doors and immediately. So we all go I get in the shower and shit. Boom. I go put make me something to eat. I go back to the cell. Like I say, at this time, I got like 2 weeks left. Like I got like 2 weeks before I go home. And that shit was crazy. So my celly Tycoon, he go downstairs to the homie them cell, and he started tripping with the nigga that took the phone, you know what I'm saying? Like pressing him and shit. And they almost got down or something like that. I was in the cell at the time. And then he come to me like, hey bro, they just damn near try to jump me, bro. Come on. I'm like, So boom, I put on my shoes. I go to the homies. They was in termite cell. We go downstairs, and uh, I'm like, shit, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And they like niggas really just pretty much talked it out, and then it like shit. That's really what it was like, and yeah, they just talked it out, and boom. But it was so much tension, and the reason why I bring that up is because uh some other Tulsa homies, you know what I'm saying, came and then they end up getting stabbed up, you know what I'm saying, by the same people that we was just on the pod with. And it's just like, and the homie almost lost his life, like on some shit he didn't have nothing to do with, man. Like, and like it's just like prison is just a fucked up place to be, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to make it home, you know what I'm saying, from Holdenville. Like that's where I discharged from and shit. Just seeing all of that shit, man, before I got out just made me just be on some shit just like, nigga, you can lose your life, nigga, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Like, YG ain't have, nigga, man, I gotta keep saying that shit. That nigga ain't have shit to do with nothing. Just imagine you go to chow just to get your food, and then you sit down to start eating your food, and you get fucking stabbed in the side with a bone crusher, and then fucking die. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit on me. That shit. If that shit don't make you look at it different, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, I don't know what will. And yeah, bro, I just like jail. That shit, man, is a fucking terrible place to be. You know what I'm saying? And you were just around a lot of people who want to be the toughest. You know what I'm saying? And shit, nigga, if you go there, nigga, just be ready. You know what I'm saying? And I just tell stories like this to hopefully that you see how dangerous that motherfucker is, because I could have went to chow and not knowing what's going on and fucking got stabbed up, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to, tell this story. Hopefully y'all can learn from it, and hopefully shit, you see how dangerous that motherfucker is on me. I just want to say, man, free um the homies, you know what I'm saying, that want to come home and do something different, cuz shit, if we get out and do the exact same thing that we did to get us in there, you know what I'm saying, we might as well stay in there. So like shit, if niggas don't plan on making changes in their lives, man, niggas might as well stay where they at, because like it's no reason to shit come home and then shit do the fucking exact same thing that niggas been doing. You know what I'm saying? It's all about changing and evolving and growing, as people. And if you ain't trying to do that shit, stay where you at. But shit, free the guys, man, that want to come home and do something different, man. It's keys to the grind, man. RP YG, because bro didn't deserve to die like that. And shit, just free the people that want to come home and do something different. Like I said, man, that's what I gotta keep stressing. If niggas plan on coming home and shit, acting like it's 2009 again, you know what I'm saying, you going back to jail. But cause niggas, the technology that's going on, you know what I'm saying, you getting caught. So shit, man, come home, do something different. And that's all I got to say, man. Keys to the grind. Yo.